Chevy Cruze LT 1.4 turbo liter 6-speed transmission. What we are doing is the knock sensor, and the reason B is the knock sensor code came up as a permanent code stored. There's no check engine light, but the knock sensor is malfunctioning. It's not went completely out yet, which is a good thing, because that knock sensor can cause a lot of issues if it goes out. And can't tell, but anyways, I was looking at something else. Kind of looks like we might have an oil leak. Looks like that valve cover gasket replacement probably didn't hold up too well. Checking over here where the cams are. But anyways, the knock sensor is located behind the intake. The easiest way to do this is to actually just move the intake back. There's a couple steps we're going to have to do. There's enough play that I shouldn't have to disconnect the fuel line, which I hope not. But we'll go through this because I'm going to try to do it as simple and as easy as possible with as less disconnecting and unhooking everything. But the first thing we're going to unhook is the negative cable, which, if I remember right, yep, it's a 10 millimeter. And if you're wondering what that orange spray is, that's corrosion. It helps with corrosion because this terminal was completely corroded. All right, now, and we're just gonna stuff that out of the way. All right, next is we need to disconnect here, which that is a flathead, as you can see. Oh, I don't think you can see. Focus. There's a flathead, so we're going to need to disconnect this air inlet tube. So get you a flathead. This sensor is kind of in the way, so we need to just slowly make sure I get you in camera view. I got a habit of not paying attention to when I'm recording. I've had plenty of comments about that. Yeah, here shortly, once I get working back here, hopefully I can get it propped up. Nope, that's still tight. And yes, if you have a power tool, you can use power tools. It makes it a lot quicker. I do have power tools. It's just most everything on this car is plastic. A lot of the stuff on this vehicle is original from 2014, and it is now 2020. And I've already had issues with this nipple right here. That's right here actually broke, so I had to steal this off my Dodge Neon. My Neon, when I finally rebuild that, I'm gonna have a lot of parts I'm gonna have to get because I've had to steal it for so many different vehicles. All right, go ahead and pull that off to set that to the side. Man, there's so much oil debris. Most of it looks old. None of it really looks fresh. All right, so we got that. Now, let's take a look back here. Okay, we got those funky E-bits. There we go, you can see it right there. Okay, let's see. If you look straight down, you'll see those two E-bit bolts. The top one, that is the knock sensor. The bottom one is holding on a bracket. No, the bottom one, I'm not for sure. Well, let's see if I can get them all. Come on, focus. Focus. Okay, now you can see all three, kind of. Oh, that made it worse. That's even worse. Jesus. Apple, come on with your camera. You worked fine till the last update. Anyways, but that third one over, you got the top three, but you can kind of see the bracket it's connected to. I'm not for sure if I have to take that bracket off. I think all I got to do is get that one bolt. But once we get this intake back, so it looks like we have two E-bolts per intake inlet, so there should be 4, so that's 6. 2, 4, 6, excuse me, 8. Come on, man. And oh Jesus, are these open? Or are those for wires? Okay, wires run through that. I was about to say that would be one major vacuum leak. If that, nope, that's for wires. Okay, that's good. All right, I'm gonna find a socket that will fit that. I should have some sockets that will fit those E's. They're metric, but they're a special kind of metric. But I'll be right back once I find something that fits. Got you all propped up now. I did find a socket. That's what it looks like. It's actually a torque socket. It's a 5/16, and this socket, actually what I like about it is it comes with the little pin here just in case it gets stuck. Like, see, it almost got stuck. That way you can push that little ball in to get it off. But always, if you get a tool like that, it's always wise to make sure you line up the ball with the hole. I mistakenly didn't do that once, and I regretted it. So, oh boy, that bolt is, there was no tug with that. So I could probably almost guarantee that she had, the owner of this vehicle had intake leak. We got a new intake gasket. When you do the knock sensor, you definitely want to get the intake gasket. That's a definite yes. All right. And if you're doing this for the first time, see these little black things right here? Don't lose these. These actually slide in the hole, which I'll show you here in a bit, which actually helps guide the bolt in. I've made the mistake and actually lost these before. But you can set the bolts up here in the whatever this thing's called. Oh. Let me climb up here. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Oh, sorry if I get in y'all's way. Okay, there's one bolt. There's two bolt. Okay, this is definitely different. We got a ground back here. So don't forget to hook your ground back up, which runs up to your fuel rail. Right here. Right where my finger's pointing straight down. You got a ground there. You definitely don't want to forget to put your ground back. Actually, I'm just gonna, and I'm trying to do this without removing anything. I find out if I have to remove anything after I get these bolts out. So 5/16 works. I'll show you again. That's what the inside looks like. So you don't have to go out and buy that special E-socket, which I have one, but it's like the notorious 10mm. It just disappeared. All right, so there's 3. I'm gonna go ahead and work on getting the other ones loose. If I run into any issues or have to remove anything, I will come back and let you know. If not, we'll just progress from there. Okay, y'all. Be careful while you're doing this. You might end up dropping a bolt, which I did. Luckily, I was able to get it. Oh, and Mountain Dew, if you ever get a word of this, this stuff to me is the best. And, you know, living in Tennessee, other than Coke, this is, you know, our #1 go-to drink. So, hint, hint, Mountain Dew, I'd love you as a sponsor. You could also be my first sponsor. I got a big project coming up, 2 of them actually, a 74 Eldorado 250, and then I also got a 2000 Dodge Neon complete rebuild. Oh. But beyond, you know, that little there, we do need to remove, oh, let's see, this hose here. Can't get it all the way in the camera. Oh, actually I can. There's a little clip here, flathead, pulls right out, and then you can work it up. This is your PVC hose, which should have been replaced on her car when the valve cover was done, because Lord of mercy, yeah, that should have definitely been replaced. But don't forget to put your clip back in, the PVC back in here, so you don't lose it. Okay, so now we should, okay, let's see what else do we need to unhook. Okay, what else? All right, pop these wires. All right, PVC hose. What are we connected to? I have no idea, but we got a wire. And this tape. Gotta love old tape. Yep, and it rips. Yeah, lovely. Wonder if I can use, yeah, I can use that to cut it. That tape's that brittle. There, now I get the PVC out of the way because it kept popping up on me. Move this hose out the way. Not hose, but this wire. Now I get a better look-see. Okay. Yeah. Need to unplug the fuel injectors, which isn't too difficult. I mean, it's a little bit tight. Let's move this cover out the way. Might be able to, okay, there we go. Get a little bit more room. Where's my flathead? Same thing that's on the PVC is these little clips. Make sure you don't lose those. And then you can just pop the plug right off. Yeah, it just pops right off. Okay. One person said, remove the actual fuel rail. Well, if you remove the fuel rail, well, guess what you have to do? You have to get new O-rings for the fuel injectors. Then you got to clean the ports out. So, oh, don't fall. Stay right there. Oh, needle nose pliers. That's what I need. These needle nose pliers ain't gonna grab shit. Yeah, ain't gonna grab nothing. Yeah, maybe if I do it this way. Scoot it up. Actually kind of scooped it. And then I dropped it. And I think it went down in a port. Great. Just my luck. Well, if it went down in a port, we have to get that anyways. But it'll be a lot easier if I can move this. Jeez, oh Pete. What do we got connected here? Got this plug. That needs to come off. And we got this plug. That needs to come off. And we got this wire. It's connected into that. Okay. And then that wire. Okay, folks, there's your knock sensor right there. You can see there's a lot of oil on the back right there. That's where it was really loose. So I'm gonna get that tightened up. And I believe that clip that I lost, I didn't see, as you know, you all seen too, I didn't see it in the any of the ports, so that means it fell on the ground. So that's good. That means I should be able to find it when I move the car back. But let's go ahead and get that tackled. I'm gonna see if I can get you all, well, let's see if that's the same size. Bolt 5/16 real quick. No, it's bigger. So let me find out what size that is, and then I will be back. Sorry for the angle of this video portion right here, but my phone is being retarded right now, and it doesn't understand that my phone is sideways, not straight up and down. All right, y'all, you can kind of see right where I'm at right here. It's a 10mm. I just got a regular socket here. Should be able to just thread it out. So you need a 5/16 and a 10mm. That's all you need. All right. Oh yeah, there's a lot of oil. There's oil residue on the back of this knock sensor. If I can even get it in the photo. Well, anyways, there's oil on it around here, and there's oil around the plug area. See if any oil got inside. That will definitely cause a knock sensor to malfunction. Nope, no oil got in the plug, but it definitely got around it, as you can see. So that's that knock sensor. Get my towel, wipe my hands off. All right, here's the new knock sensor. The part number on it is 2520164, and this is AC Delco. But before we go to put that on, let's definitely wipe where this connects to it. And while we're back here, kind of wipe some of that off so it don't drip down here. Oh yeah, this intake gasket, I'm just looking at it, it's, whew, holy moly, it leaking oil bad. Okay. I was just looking at the two. They're identical. So let's go ahead and plug this baby back in till it clicks. Good. Get the bolt. And see, to do this, absolutely no jacking up. And I did not have to remove the fuel rod. So we'll thread this back in with our hand, get our 10mm, and tighten her back up. Yeah, I watched a few videos on this, and I will tell you, they look a lot more difficult. I watched one guy, and he did the intake, but I'm doing it one step further. Less parts. He pretty much unplugged everything, and I did not have to unplug the fuel rail. I just had to unhook it so I could move it. As you can see, it's still connected. But let's make sure that's on there tight, because that was on there loose also. Maybe everything on here just vibrated loose. That's a possibility. Well, that's tight as I can get it, I believe. Yep, that's tight. Okay. So now, to the intake gasket, which, let's see if I can flip this. There we go. Let's raise you guys up. Get you angled. Where are we at? Oh, yeah, we're right there. Yeah. There's that bad boy. Nice and dirty. Here's the new one. This is, oh boy, can't even read it. There you go. There's the brand. This is the best you can get. And the part number for this is, and this is actual General Motors. That's about all we've been putting on it, is everything that actually came on it when it came off the assembly line. We're just replacing it with actual OEM parts. And the part number is MS19912, which is right there. We had to order this. It just wasn't something you could just get. So we had to order it. Alright, so where's my flathead? Here, let's start right here. Oh, pull this out. Man, it's slippery. All that oil on there. This bad boy was not sealed at all. This car is probably going to drive like new after we're done here. Whew. Oh man. And it's in there. There we go. A little bit of help. Oh yeah, that PVC hose is shot. I don't want to lay that on the car, so I'll just go ahead and throw that down. Oh. Let's clean the oil up as best we can. Oh. Wipe as much up and whatever goo that is. Huh. Yeah, there's goo on that. It almost kind of reminds me of that STP additive. But what would it be doing in the intake? Alright, I'm going to step aside real quick and get my carb cleaner. Don't have much of it left, but there's that. spray that down. And this stuff does evaporate pretty quickly, except, you know, where it puddles up. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. Don't wanna, yeah, those bolts ain't going nowhere. Okay. Got a little bit of parts cleaner still inside here, so. Yeah, I just take a towel and then my flathead, kind of get inside where the gasket goes. Make sure that's clean. Oh, quit moving on me. Can't really see what I'm doing if it's moving. That's just nasty. Yeah. Let's squirt a little bit of this in here. Clean this up as much as we can. Yeah, because that's just spraying and pouring right out the back. All right. Make sure my hands are wiped off. Let's move this back out the way. I can't angle you all down, but I'm wiping where it meets up, which it's cleaning up pretty good just with this. So, where the port meets, I have to scrape some of this off. This is where the PVC hose meets back here. There's a lot of oil buildup. Okay. It's not whistle clean, but it's clean enough to where there shouldn't be any leaks. Now we put on the new gasket set, which goes this way. Yeah, you see these little tabs right here? They're on the side, they line up. And I don't smash them down, I just kind of like use my thumb and just push them down, because when you go to tighten this up, they'll seal up themselves. But you can definitely see there's a lot more area sticking up than there was with the old one. But I do want to get it. I don't want none kind of like. Okay, looks good. So we've got the knock sensor replaced, and we got the, oh, need to get this back up. This wires. Okay. Feed that through. Get that through. Got anything in the way? Nope. Okay. Go ahead and plug all your fuel injectors back in before you click this on. You too. Okay. Now put these clips back in. Which I'm gonna have to find the other one. Oh. This is the one I lost. Y'all can't even see what I'm doing. There. Now you should be able to see what I'm doing. But I'm just putting these clips back in. Oh, I ain't got it even lined up. Okay, there we go. Alright. Now I'm going to pause y'all, come see if I can find that clip. Okay, I'm now starting the bolts. I'm getting the two outside. Get it snug. Okay, it holds it there. And then, oh boy, this is gonna be fun threading this one in here. Okay. Gotta hold it with my fingers. Boom. I will say this is a lot easier than doing an intake gasket job on a PT Cruiser or a Dodge Neon. Those are a pain in that arse. Okay. Now we'll go the ground bolt. I'm gonna have to hold it up a little bit just so you can get the bolts to start threading in. I'm finger tightening them all right now. And when I go to tighten them up, I'm gonna do a crisscross pattern. That one's a little. Okay. And then we got two more to throw in. Great. I can't really. Don't drop it, boy. Oh, got it. Oh. Well, I can say all I've dropped so far is just that clip, which is on the number 3. No, number 2, which I can't get to. But that's okay. This right here is pushing down on it, so it shouldn't pop up. Like I said, shouldn't pop up, which I hope to God it don't. Because then you'll have a misfire in bank 2. I believe that's bank 2. I believe it goes 1, 2, 3, 4 across, or it might go the other way. Not 100%. All right. Stay in there, bolt, until I get you in the hole. All right, good. Okay, now it's time to tighten her down. I'll start with this one. 2, 3, 4. Snug. And we'll go this one across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Snug. Then I'll come over to this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll go to this far one over here by the throttle body. And then we'll come back over here to this bottom one. And then we'll go caddy corner to the other one on the bottom below the ground. Alright, then we'll come back over here, make sure this one's nice and snug. Alright, that's snug. Far one, make sure it's snug. Snug. Come back over here to the first one. Snug it all the way back up. Check the ground one. Make sure it's snug. Bottom one. It's snug. And then the other bottom one below the ground. It's snug. Alright, now let's hook everything back up. Okay, so plug that in, clip it, get this back out, pop that back on, get these wires, put this back in, I believe, which is the map sensor, thread that underneath, and then click that back on. PVC hose, run it back through where it sets in. Get that. Alright, then oh, need to get this clip out. Oh, come on out. All right. Get you in. And get on there. Get this clip. Oh, putting it in the wrong way. There we go. Now she's in. No, she's not. Let's take a peek inside. Let me see that O-ring that's in there. Oh, that O-ring's hard as a rock. There we go. That should help hold the hose down. Gonna have to let her know she needs a new PVC hose because that doesn't really even seal. We can put this back on. There we go. Okay. Alright, that's locked down, that's locked down, that's locked down. That's locked down, that's locked down. Get the throttle body hose back on. Interrupted because the actual owner of the vehicle gave me a call because I had told them about the PVC hose, which she is ordering a replacement. We found the GM original equipment on Rock Auto for a total of $54 with shipping, which is a lot cheaper than getting it off of Advance Auto because they have to order it. You can't just buy this from the part store, so they have to order it. It takes just as long, so their part would be here on the 7th, but the benefit is it comes straight to my place. And this piece here, $54 for the same one you can get at Advance for, I think it was 81, or it was 72 if I remember right. But regardless of the fact, she's saving 20 to 30 bucks just by going through Rock Auto. Now, I'm not a Rock Auto sponsor because the knock sensor in this gasket came from Advance Auto. That's typically who I use. But if I can get it cheaper off Rock Auto with shipping, I will use Rock Auto. Now, the only thing on this car that is not original equipment is the intake manifold. Not the intake, but the valve cover. And the reason being for the valve cover is the simple fact is the Dorman is a little bit better quality because the PCV, I always get those backwards. That on here lasts a little bit longer than the AC Doco version. But that's how you do it for the knock sensor and the intake. Well, let me make sure, go through everything here real quick, get things out of the way. Don't want to. Let's go ahead and clean everything up. Oh, we're gonna need to get the battery hooked back up. All right, get all this out the way. Get my do out the way. Get this negative cable. Yep, that's a good battery. Thread that back on. Make sure that's nice and tight, not over tight, but nice and snug. All right, so she's good. All right, let's get the key. It's that lovely. Yeah, I tried to replace this, but there's so much debris holding this together that I couldn't get in there to get the buttons. All right. Whew. Checking. Hood open, yes. Turn that off. All right, let's do one more round of checks. Make sure everything is plugged in. Plugged in. And all right, that's on. All right, everything's on. All right, let's go ahead and start it up. Open, then close driver's window. All right, there we go. Now let's start it. Oh, that's up as far as it goes. All right, let's shut the hood. Sounds like it needs an oil change. Move these cones out the way. Let's go take this for a quick test drive. Short people. Oh. Change engine oil soon. Gotcha. Will do. That's the next thing on the list. I definitely want to put the seatbelt on. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I can definitely tell a humongous difference. Had to roll that window down. It's kind of toasty in here. But oh yeah, definitely feel the difference. Needs an alignment. Oh, I can definitely tell that. Well, the front tires are kind of really shot, so. Now let's take a turn here. Oh yeah, she has some power. All right, she always struggled going up hills. Oh yeah, she's wanting to get up that hill. All right, now we turn. Oh. Yeah, good. Yeah, overdrive is in. So that's working good. We got a lot of people going on right here. Okay. This is the new neighborhood area I live. Alright, we're gonna turn around right here in this driveway. It's a nice house. Oh, they're building one up there. I sure wish I could afford something like that. Alright. Well, she did complain about it, struggle going up hills and stuff. I don't notice any struggles now since we got that knock sensor and intake fixed. Now I just got to do the oil change. Let's not hit this guy. Shifting good. There's always that delay. There's a slight delay in the shift, a few milliseconds, and same thing in the acceleration pedal. If you overlook that, these cars are actually pretty quick. But they do have that slight delay, and there's not really anything you can do about it because it's electronic. Everything's electronic, and that's the biggest complaint about these. Mowing in his tractor. Alright, make sure nothing's coming. Sharp turn. Oh yeah, she has umped. She's really gonna want to move, wants to do this oil change. Well, want to drive it around anyways, kind of get the temperature up for the oil. But I'm gonna go ahead and end the video right here because I gotta get her up on ramps and may or may not do a oil change video. It's pretty much the same thing. The oil change on this vehicle is the same thing as a Cobalt. She did have quite a few shops tell her that they will not work on the car because of the year it is, because they don't have the software to reset the oil part in here. Let's see if I can see if I can get it. No, it's the other one. Yeah, 2%. See, and then boom. See how easy that was to reset? So that's reset because I'm getting ready to do the oil change anyways. Well, let's get this back to where it was. There we go. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. And always remember, please like, subscribe, and leave comments down below.